Hello everybody, I am going to show you how to make a Victorian style lampshade, but this time it's all going to be completely hand sewn. We're going to be attaching the panels individually, and in that way we can pattern match, because normally you have to cut the fabric on the bias in order to get the stretch for the cover to fit, and that's why you can use a sewing machine. We're going to be using this lovely tartan fabric in order to pattern match all the way round. What you're going to need is some fabric and some binding tape. I'm going to use red because you're going to be able to see it from underneath, and I'm not going to line this shade. We're going to need a pattern, and in order to make your pattern, check out my other videos which show you specifically how to do that. I have copied my pattern onto a piece of card, which makes it easier when you're cutting out on a plaid to get the pattern correct. You're going to need scissors and thread and pins. I'll put a list of everything you need at the bottom of this video. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is to bind our frame all the way round with this tape, and I've shown you how to do this in other videos, but I'll start it off and then we'll come back to it later. So just right each strut, these are called struts, all the way around, right the way around to the bottom and all the way around the top until the whole frame is completely covered. So what we're going to do now is to cut, using our pattern that we've made previously, we are going to cut our pattern pieces. I have bound the whole of this frame with red tape, looks really pretty, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut out individual panels from the fabric to actually put together to make the shade. When you cut this out, allow an inch on right the way around so that you've got room to pull it into place on the shade. And you're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 6, 8 on there, 8 panels, so I'll be cutting 8 of these. And when you're using it, make sure that you pattern match all the way along. So put your pattern piece in the same place each time you cut out a panel piece. So I've now cut out 8 panel pieces, all identical, and I've cut them on the straight up and down, not on the bias, for this particular project. And now what I'm going to do is to pin the first piece over the first panel, and I'm going to start by pinning in the corners, the 4 corners. This piece is quite important because this is where you'll use this as your guide going as you attach the next ones. So we're going to put the pins almost at an angle, like that, and then we'll do the bottom. Try not to stretch your fabric out of shape. You want to keep this nice straight line down the middle for the tartan. And then you're going to keep pinning all the way around until it's nice and taut and in the position that you want. So pin all the way around the top, keeping the fabric in position. Don't pull it too much that's out of position. So I'll carry on doing that, and then we'll come to the next bit. You'll need strong thread for this. I like to, little tip, thread a couple of needles for this project, because you've always, it's frustrating when you run out of thread, so always have another one handy and then you can continue. So I'll sew this on now and then we'll come back to it, and what I'm going to use is just a slip stitch all the way around. just to keep it nice and taut. I've attached the first panel. As you can see, there's quite a lot of excess fabric. I've stitched all the way around the top and all the way around the panel. So now what we have to do is to trim off all the edges. So if you fold that back a little bit and cut right as close as you possibly can to the stitching lines without cutting into a stitching line all the way around. Once we've done that, then we'll add the next panel. So I'll show you how to do that. Very, very, very carefully. It's quite difficult from this angle, but you can see I'm cutting right the way as close as I can to the edge without cutting into the stitching line. And the same here, just bend it over a little bit. It gives you an idea of where you should be cutting. So there, that's your first panel on. It's quite beautiful, and as you can see from the inside, you don't need to line it because the red binding really shows up beautifully, and if you're underneath you'll be able to see that. So the next thing is to find the next piece and to align it. Again, you want it to be the same as this one, and it'll stay in place beautifully. And we're going to do the same with this, and again we'll stitch all the way, pin it on first in position, stitch all the way round, and then trim, and we'll add all the different panels all the way along. So I'll carry on doing that. It takes a bit of time, so I'll come back once I've finished that. I've now put the second panel on, and you can see that the line is following all the way along, straight up and down and around. I've completed the lampshade. As you can see, it's beautiful inside and out. You can see the stitching lines, everything is nice and taut, and if you notice, all these tartan pieces are put in the same way, and you've got the pattern going all the way around, and it works very well. And you can use this method for anything really. If you want to make a lampshade like this and not have to cut on the bias, which gives you the pieces in the upright position, this is the way to do it. It takes quite a long time, fiddly, but it's so worth it. So all I've got to do now is to complete the shade with braid and my glue gun and maybe some fringing on the bottom, and then that's it. Thank you for watching Susan's Craft Cabin. Here's the completed shade. I hope you enjoy having a go yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Please subscribe. Thank you.